Hello, welcome in. We're gonna get going on another FBI CIA psychic investigation read here in a moment. This is our first live on this channel. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru, and we are the Real Psychic investigators. Good morning. Good morning, Stickman. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So, per usual, we have our stack. We have our tarot cards. Okay, we have our tarot messages. Okay. We have a karmic deck, and we have our angel numbers. All right. So I am currently in Da Nang, Vietnam. Currently is where I am traveling through. Okay. Also, uh, we have dice. We're going to be using these dice here. Okay. There's 3 of them here. As soon as I find the other one. All right, and I have the book here to help us with what these are because I don't recall. I haven't committed all of these to memory, but we will use these and we will use the book. Okay. One is zodiac signs. The other is angel or numbers. Okay. Could coincide with your angel numbers that you've been seeing, or they could coincide with your month of birth, okay, because it's 12 numbers on here, okay. Yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Divine, thank you so much. Aravat, thank you so much. Ascended Masters, that includes Issa, Yeshua, who people falsely call them Jesus, but that's not their name. Okay. We often have celebrity energy that comes out here on the channel, so we will be aware of that. Okay, so we have Justice coming out here. We have the Ace of Cups. That is some sort of offer, romantic or platonic. That's what that represents. Don't see anything else so far. Everything else is okay. So you have the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Grab some tarot messages. Okay. On the bottom of this tarot message deck, it says, I don't know how to deal with intense emotions, so I walk away and try to distract myself with other things. Okay. 8 of Cups. It is currently 7:16 in the morning in Da Nang, Vietnam. So 7:16 is a 7-7. Okay, again, we'll see what numbers come out here with the angel numbers and things. But 7-7, you could be seeing 7-7. Divine has definitely woke me up this morning and guided me to come on and do this first live, okay, which I was personally looking forward to doing anyway. Let's see here. I have a couple that are turned over there. We have our angel numbers on the bottom of the deck, 2222. Okay, so 2222 represents feminine forces, so feminine energy is needed at this time. Okay, so a nurturing spirit is needed at this time, a softer energy. 9999 came out. Okay. So, please be sure, if you are tuning in for the first time, please be sure to visit our community tab. I do post there often. I've posted there recently, yes, in the last 24 hours. Okay. All right. So we have our cards here. Okay. And then we're going to roll the dice. I'm going to see what we get here. Take a look at those. So we have an 8. Okay. So we have an 8. We have Sagittarian energy. Okay. And this one I'm not familiar with yet. It's the planet. It's a planet, I should say. The planet symbols I am not, have not committed to memory. And this particular planet is, I'm looking here to find. This particular planet is Rahu, okay? Rahuhu, okay? That's this one here, all right? So we have an 8 Sagittarian energy and the planet Rahu, Rahu. Okay, so let's go ahead and place the cards into the stack and we'll go ahead and get into the messages. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are doing well wherever you are, wherever your journey has you at this time. This channel was created specifically to help investigators with karmic cases around the world. This channel was started on 12/7 of 24, 12/7/24. Okay. And thank you, investigators, for doing all that you do and speaking the truth to bring about the justices that are needed here in this 3D place. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and all right. So now I don't know how to get this off. Give me just one moment. I don't know how to get this off the screen. Okay, there we go. There was some message up there about asking a question or a Q&A or something. Okay, so here we go. So someone in this energy is moving. Okay, whether you know that you're planning that or it's going to be a surprise. Okay, so someone is moving. Okay, it could be we are moving. You know, your family. We are moving. You could be moving in with someone. Again, whether or not you should do that, your intuition tells you. Okay, because that offer to move in, you might need to tell them, "Fuck you." You might need to tell them that. Okay. That is on the one angel number card that did come out for lessons learned. Okay. Also yesterday or the other day, not yesterday, the other day, Divine said to let bygones be bygones. Okay. So lessons learned. Okay. This is how you let bygones be bygones. Okay. So lessons learned. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it and the reward goes to you. Okay, collective. All right. Investigators, divine source rewards you as well through your obedience and exposing the truth. We have Sekhmet here, okay? That was not split by any card, but we have the Vatican, go figure, okay? All of their secrets, okay? The think confirmation honk. All of the secrets that they try to keep from you, okay? That the elites try to keep from you, okay? Confirmation, including the deception of the Bible, okay? Now, again, that's why they call their name Jesus. That's why it looks like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Fabio-looking motherfucker, but that's not what divine source looked like. Okay, that's not what Issa looks like. Issa isn't divine source, but that's not what Issa looks like. Okay, and you can ask, you can look online. Okay, in fact, let's do that. And we'll just ask a question. Was Yeshua a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man? No. Okay, it says no. Yeshua was most certainly not blonde-haired and blue-eyed. As a first century Jewish man from the Middle East, he would have had dark hair, dark eyes, and likely olive toned or brown skin, similar to those from his region. Okay? So, the images that they show you today of that stupid ass, okay? That is not the Messiah. That is not. Okay? So that's just another karmic ass lie that they tell you. Okay? All right. So Vatican on one side of the Four of Cups, and the other side is time to embrace the dark side. Okay? So some of you are being asked to embrace the dark side. Investigators, you might be being embraced to investigate the dark side. Okay? Okay? Some embrace, some investigate the dark side. Okay? Dark side of government. Dark side of government programs. All government programs are dark. Okay. Four of Cups. I'm ready. I'm not ready for a relationship. I got used to my routine and it's easier to continue with my current lifestyle. So again, we have the moving in card. Okay. But then we have on the other side of that card, okay, we have this. So whoever this individual is, you could be wanting to be in a relationship with someone, investigators, collective. You could be wanting to be in a relationship with someone or connect with someone, but they're not interested. Why would you continue to pursue someone who's not interested in you? Why do people do that? I don't know. Karmic reasons, that's why. Okay. Next, we have the death, not the devil. Okay, the devil tarot card. We're looking at investigations. It was behind this card here. We are looking at investigations here. Could be of secret society, Eastern Stars, of Freemasons, Skull and Bones. Okay, reincarnation of parent as your child. So some of you will be giving birth to a child in this lifetime, and that child is a parent spirit from a previous lifetime. Okay, right here. And if you are not in position to have a child, or if that's not in your journey, then this doesn't pertain to you. Okay? But if you are, or if you wish to bring starseed into this world, into the physical, okay? One or more of them could be a reincarnated parent that you give birth to. Okay? That is on one side of the death card. And someone's passing in the next 90 days. So that's a confirmation with the death card there. You see that? All right. So we have life and death. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Okay. What was I looking at here? I was going to mention something. Oh, how these are the energy so far is kind of opposite. So you see on one side of the cards that are being revealed, you have a positive energy, or at least generally we're moving. Moving is a positive energy. It's change. Change is good. Okay. And then we have this. Then we have reincarnated child as a parent. So celebrating new life. Okay. But then we have this. Okay. So, so that's definitely a confirmation on the death with the tarot and the message on the stack card. Okay, drastic changes. Okay, if nothing changes, nothing changes. That used to be one of my sayings. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Meaning, people cry, beg, plead for things to change. Why aren't things changing? Why do I keep running into these types of relationships? Why do I keep having these types of whatever situations, whatever? Why can't I break this cycle? Why can't I break that cycle? People ask these questions. But the truth and the reason why people can't break those cycles is because they don't do the work to break the cycles. So they don't go internal. They don't go into hermit mode. They don't go into isolation. They don't practice celibacy when necessary. They don't do those things. Okay. And I am celibate today, and I have been. Okay. But people don't do those things. So they wonder why they continue to be stuck in the ruts that they are in. It's because they do not adjust well. Okay. That is on one side of the Seven of Cups message here. Seven of Cups message is, since I can't control you, I prefer to daydream of perfect interactions between us where you agree with me. Again, that's manipulation. Okay. That could be the individual collective that you need to say fuck you to. Okay. That could be the energy that you need to say that to. And then on the other side, we have the letter Z, or the name, or a name that starts with a Z. Confirmation. Okay, so we have a name that starts with a Z, investigators. Okay, first, middle, last name. Next, we have the Hierophant splitting Oprah Winfrey and Emmanuel Aiden Caden Becker. Okay, so I spoke of elites earlier, Vatican and all of that. Okay, these individuals, I don't know if Oprah's at that level. Okay, even though she is a billionaire, I don't know if she's at that level as far as the elites are concerned. But Oprah Winfrey, if she is, but Oprah Winfrey represents that elite status individual who has access to these secrets. Okay, because that is the 1% of the 1%. Those are the individuals who have access to that. Okay, not you and I. Okay, not through the Vatican anyway. Okay, so again, investigators, Oprah Winfrey, Emmanuel Aiden Caden Becker. Okay, someone could go by Manny or Manuel, or okay. Next, we have the Fool card, okay, for wonderment and travel and exploration and on your soul journey. Okay, the Fool card. Okay, we have a murder case and a divine masculine reading. Okay, so this is a divine masculine reading. Okay, if you do not know and you are unaware, every being birthed, both animal, four-legged animal, winged animal, every creature born has both male and female, masculine and feminine spirit energy. Okay, everyone. Okay, so a divine masculine reading doesn't mean it's only for men. Okay, confirmation horn. It doesn't mean it's only for men. Okay, it means it's a divine masculine reading. And if you do not identify as a divine masculine, okay, then, all right, take what resonates. Tucker, Gavin, Patrick, Kyrie, okay, investigators, or these names. Okay, and again, like I said, on the other side of the Fool card is a murder case. Okay, so murder was the case that they gave me. Okay, so here we go. Could be something about a celebrity. Okay, again, that song, okay, is by Snoop Dogg, Snoop Doggy Dogg, okay, and the Dog Pound. All right. Okay, someone is emotionally starved. Okay, that card has been coming out here on a regular basis. Mexican cartel. Okay, so investigators, take a look. Any of these names that come out here, one or more of them could be associated with this Mexican cartel, or this is of a different energy, and this is of, this is a different storyline here. Okay, Mexican cartel. Mexican cartel is on one side of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone who was in a position of that is the masculine energy on earth. Okay, so this is someone who is a money manifestor, and that's their purpose here. They are philanthropists. Again, we have Oprah Winfrey out here, so someone who is a philanthropist. Oprah Winfrey is not of high vibrational energy. Oprah Winfrey is a witchcraft worker of sorts. Okay, her school in Africa is a sex trafficking ring. Okay, school or schools, however many she has, is a sex trafficking ring. That is not a legitimate school that is teaching children. Okay, but a philanthropy type of energy here. Okay, earth angel, you could identify as an earth angel. Okay, but again, someone's emotionally starved. Okay, for someone's attention. Okay, what does it mean to be emotionally starved? Let's look that up. What does it mean to be emotionally starved? To be emotionally starved means to lack the essential emotional nourishment from relationships, leading to feelings of emptiness, inadequacy, and loneliness. This can stem from neglect, prolonged isolation, or a lack of authentic affirmation, and can result in difficulty forming healthy relationships and a constant fear of not being enough. So, this card here, okay, that I already read, okay, this Seven of Cups says, since I can't control you, I prefer to daydream of perfect interactions between us where you agree with me. Someone who is emotionally starved, okay? Clamoring for your attention, clamoring for your attention. We got hitman.com out here, okay? Hireahitman.com. So investigators, some of you collective, you have had a hitman or hit woman on your heels. Okay? All right. Oh, so we have monsoon coming. Okay. Monsoon. All right. It is the rainy season here in Da Nang, Vietnam currently. It is the rainy season. Look at that. So on top of that, we have murder spree. Okay. This right here, on one side, we have a monsoon coming. And again, this monsoon could be a spiritual monsoon. It could be manna raining down from heaven on you for your blessings as your ancestors pour out. You continue to hear and obey. That could be that type of monsoon. Okay? A love monsoon. You could have multiple choices in love coming to you. Okay? All right. Next, we have Flo Joe, Florence Fleece. Investigators. Okay. Flojo, Florence Fleece. And that Ace of Cups represents a secret admirer or someone who admires you, someone who's going to, reach out to you, offer to you, wants to, whether or not they actually move forward with it or not is up to them. Okay. Some people are cowards. They know the right thing to do. They know they should say something, but they don't because they're fearful, whatever. They're weak. You don't want those types of people in your life anyway, right? You don't want those types of people in your life. Okay. We have a backseat driver. I saw a cartoon old school cartoon the other day, where the lady, it was talking about, it was cars. And it's an old school cartoon about different cars and that. And one of the cars showed a backseat driver, and the woman in the backseat, the steering wheel and everything was in the backseat, and the man was sitting up front. So the woman was driving the man, right? So there could be something about that, a dominating, over dominating type of female Okay, whether they're in that is masculine energy. Okay, when you're trying to dominate and control somebody, that is masculine energy. It's not divine masculine energy, but it's masculine energy. Okay. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up. Thank you, divine. Okay, so we have this is a divine masculine reading, and we have this Queen of Pentacles here, right? So I mentioned philanthropy and this being a master money manifester. Okay, that's not to say a divine feminine can't be a multimillionaire or a billionaire. Okay, but their focus is spirituality. Whereas this spirit being here, this energy here, is of earthly manifestations. Okay, for business, for prosperity, for financial legacy. That's what this energy is here. Again, male or female, as you are. Okay, but this energy here is of a divine masculine energy. Okay, even though it's a female on here, okay, that philanthropy and that focus, okay, for earthly wealth in a divine way, not by robbing, cheating, stealing, killing, okay, is a divine masculine energy. That's why man, the spirit being man, not the male, not Adam, but the masculine energy. That's why it was told to till the ground by the sweat of their brow after the fall of man, which was because of the Anunnaki and fallen Nephilim and that sort of thing. Okay, it's not just the Garden of Eden. Okay, and so yeah, all right. So the masculine energy was told to till the ground by the sword, not the man, okay? Because in some situations, a female who is divinely in her divine masculine energy is the wealth builder. And the male, the guy, is the divine feminine, okay? All right. So again, they got that all mixed up too. Okay. So something about black magic. Okay. Do your return to senders. Black magic. She's a black magic woman. Something like that. All right. We have justice on one side of the black magic. Okay. We have a vegan. Okay. Tofu, cauliflower, fake meat. Okay. So justice. Okay. In regards to a vegan. Okay. Or vegetarian. Was that a dog bark? Okay. Justice here. Okay. So we have Justice, Nathaniel. We're looking at Nathaniel. Nathan, Nate Dog. Okay. All right. Take a look at the name investigators. Okay. All right. Someone could be a business owner. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull a couple of random cards here. Again, thank you so much for being a part of this live. This is the first live on this channel. I do have another channel. The first channel created on this platform was Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I am an extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I am a light worker, a Gaia Beacon, Star Seed. I've been on my journey, Job experience. And 4.5 years of dialysis due to witchcraft. That kidney transplant was done on 7/7/17 for confirmation. I was born on the 333rd day of the year. I am also a master builder 33. Okay, I share all of that with you on this live because again, this is the first live here. That's not something that those aren't things that I brag about. Okay. All right, random cards. Thank you so much, Divine Source. I-55, he is sucking his bestie. Okay, so there's something about a homosexual relationship here. Okay, between men. Okay, so someone's sucking their bestie, whoever that is. All right, I-55 could be investigators, a name that starts with an I. They could be 55. They could have been born in 1955 collective. Okay, Ivan, 55. Ian, 55. Irene, 55. Ayala, 55. And Ayala actually starts with an A. But I said R.E.A.L. So next. Typically, I look up celebrity names for synchronicities. I haven't gotten any downloads yet in regards to names and things, even though we have had names come out. Sabrina, Samantha, Silhouette. Investigators. Okay. Take a look. Sam, Samantha, Sammy, Samuel, Sabrina, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Okay. There could be a Sabrina that actually is a witch. That's a TV show. That was a TV show. Okay. Silhouette. There could be something about someone's silhouette that's recognizable. Okay. Roosters crowing. Good morning. Okay. Someone's a 90s kid. Either they are in their 90s, they are immature, or they were born in the 90s. Okay. And they are still immature. Okay. So if they're born in their 90s, if they're born in 1990, okay, they are 35. Okay. They could be immature today, or they will be 35 if their birthday is November, if their birthday is Scorpio season or later, because that's what we have left for this year, right? Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn birthdays left for this year. All right. Next, and welcome to Scorpio season. Started yesterday, by the way. Our next Mercury retrograde is November 9 through November 29. Next Mercury retrograde. Okay. So we have freak accident, ancestors delivering karmic justice. So confirmation on the justice card with the ancestors delivering karmic justice to any of the names that have come out here, investigators. You are a part of this karmic justice that needs to be delivered to the people. Okay, to the nations. The nations are the people. The nations are not the land. Okay. So a freak accident because ancestors are delivering karmic justice. And we have the justice card out here. So again, double confirmation for the justice. Okay. Minnesota. Okay. So who's born in Minnesota, or who is from, or associated with Minnesota that I am aware of? Prince Nelson. Okay. We know that artist as Prince, just Prince, but okay. Prince Rogers Nelson is their name. Okay. So Minnesota. Okay. Next. Okay. Someone has a healing wand. Okay. Again, I talk about celibacy. Do you know what celibacy does for you, collective investigators? Do you know when you are not in a committed relationship, even if you are, if they don't understand that there are times when it's good to purify your energy, if they don't understand that in your spiritual journey, you need to leave them. Okay? You need to leave them. Okay? But this is how you get a healing wand or a healing cat. Do you know what it does when you deny sacral activity for a while? Do you know what that does? Even masturbation. Do you know what that does? Okay. It enhances your kundalini energy. Kundalini energy. Okay. Which helps your wand or your cat to become healing and not karmic. Okay. We have San Antonio. Okay. That says San Antonio. I know it's hard to read. That says San Antonio. Okay. The back of this card says Lavina Lynn Johnson's murdered. Lavina Lynn Johnson's murder is being hidden by superiors. Okay. That's what this says. Okay. If you do not know who Lavina Lynn Johnson is, Lavina Lynn Johnson is in that form, in that lifetime. She was murdered 20 years ago in 2005 on a deployment while deployed in the United States Army. Okay, Lavina Lynn Johnson. The JAG, the military, lied to her. Okay, so when her parents went to view the body, okay, she had a black eye, a broken nose, and marks around her neck. Okay, but the military called it suicide. Also, it's documented that there were bloody footprints outside of her tent. So you're trying to tell me that somebody beat their own ass and then committed suicide? Where does that add up? You've never heard Never. You can look at every celebrity even, okay, every famous person, whatever, well-known person that has committed suicide. And you will, do they kick their own ass before they commit suicide? Of course not. Of course not. Okay, so the military is lying about what happened to Lavina Lynn Johnson. Yes, they are. I served 8 years in the military, 1995 to 2003. Them sorry motherfuckers, they are lying. Just, just they are lying to their family and to the public. Okay? Sexual assaults at a church? Surprised? Nope. Sexual assault at a church and someone secretly recording conversations. Okay? So they could be secretly recording your conversations, collective investigators. You could be secretly recording my conversations. I don't talk to very many people on a daily basis. I don't know what you'll be recording. Okay? In fact, I don't even have an active phone number currently. So, yeah. All right. So, sexual assaults at the church and secretly recording conversations. Okay. These conversations could have been recorded at a church. Okay. So, we know that there's a lot of ministers, quote unquote, getting exposed all over Georgia, California, Texas. They're getting exposed all over Florida, all over the place, right? For karmic things. One individual, Ronnie Dennis, R-O-N. Look this case up if you are not familiar with this or this. Yeah, it's a case. Look this up, RonnyDenis, Ronnie Dennis in Hinesville, Georgia. Look that case up. He stole someone's identity in 1983. He stole someone's identity, and he has been proclaiming that he is this individual since 1983. He moved his church from wherever it was to Hinesville, Georgia in 2002. Then he started stealing from veterans and military service personnel 23.5 or 23.7 million dollars since 2002 or since 1983 when he stole that identity. Ronnie Dennis, spelled the way that I spelled it. Okay. So we have their family murdered them. Okay. So investigators, you need to look at a family member or a Coven family, Coven confirmation, Coven family members, okay? Their family murdered them. Next, again, we have chiclets, so someone likes chewing gum, okay? We have a sporting event out here, okay? I think the NBA season just started. We're a third of the way through, a third of the way through through the NFL season. Baseball is in the playoffs, right? World Series time. October is World Series time in Major League Baseball. So sporting event. Okay, so something could happen at a sporting event. In recent years, there's been a couple of people who have been murdered at sporting events or attacked or something, right? In recent years. So a sporting event. Okay, someone could be a professional athlete who watches this or sees this at some point. Okay, I saw Issa, Yeshua right there. Again, that's their name. It's not Jesus. Okay. So we're talking about the age of Aquarius. Okay. The Fifth Dimension sings a song, Age of Aquarius. When the moon is in its seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, and peace will guide the planets, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Right? Fifth dimension. And then that song goes into Let the Sun Shine, which is probably what it's more known for, actually. Let the sun shine in. Okay. So Yvette, Ivanka, Yvonne, or some other name that starts with a Y, investigators, age of Aquarius. Okay. Age of Aquarius. We are in it, not fully, but we are in it. Okay. We have animal spirit. So something about someone's animal spirit. I saw murder spree earlier, and now murder spree is out here again. So we know that there is an active murderer, active serial killer in Houston, Texas. There are other active serial killers around the world, but in the United States, there's at least one, and they are in Houston, Texas, or at least in the Houston, Texas, the Bayou area. Since 2023, there have been 16 bodies, I think, found in the Houston Bayou. 16 bodies found. Okay? Murder spree, active serial killer along I-10. Okay? Specifically, in past readings, we got between Phoenix, Arizona and Houston, Texas, and I-10 does cross between those two. We confirmed that. Okay? Justin, Justina, Justice. Okay? Someone's name could be Justice. We have Tyrone. Okay? A letter arriving shortly. Okay? This could be a letter in regards to this, what's going on in the cases, news, information. Okay? Or something else. Okay? A letter arriving shortly. Tyrone. Okay. Someone could eat rice-a-roni. The San Francisco treat. So San Francisco, that was rice-a-roni's old commercial. Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Okay? I don't know why rice-a-roni was a San Francisco treat, but there's something about a pink aura. So let's take a look at a pink aura. I know what a pink aura is, right? On the other channel, that's what we do. That channel was created to help us become our highest, purest, truest self. Okay? And so on that channel, we share canonical text. We talk about auras. I share the book that Mystic Michelle wrote. You can pick it up. It's called What's Your Aura? Okay? You can go pick that book up. I bought it from a 5 and Below store. What does the pink aura represent? Okay, so a pink aura, before I even look at this and read, a pink aura is someone who is a bit eclectic. Okay, look at these initials with this pink aura card, investigators. Those are the initials that came out. Okay, someone could be a QT. Okay, something about a quarterback. I mentioned NFL. Okay, MB, BM. Okay, Major League Baseball. C. Okay, CQ, QC in the military. CQ duty, okay, is overnight guard duty. That's what CQ duty is. Okay. So a pink aura represents love, compassion, and a nurturing spirit. Okay. Signifying emotional stability, kindness, and an ability to connect deeply with others. It is linked to balanced and open heart chakra, and is often associated with the personality traits of being caring, empathic, forgiving, and emotionally aware. That's kind of very general, okay? But a pink aura specifically, think of someone. So Lady Gaga, even though she is karmic in her sexual orientation, okay? Even though she is karmic in that, because I believe Lady Gaga is bisexual, okay? Anyone who is bisexual that's karmic dark energy. That's, yeah. Okay. Or same thing with homosexuals, lesbians. Just because you have money, that doesn't mean you're blessed. That doesn't mean you're blessed just because you have money, or just because you have money, you're anointed. That's not what that means. Okay. Anybody on this earth can prosper in the natural. Okay. If you have enough jobs, you say the right things, you do the right things, well, right things, whatever those right things are. I'm talking about according to society. Yeah, I can come on here and I can create a YouTube channel that's full of nothing but lies, and it can get 1 million subscribers. I can get paid through that. But is that divine work? Absolutely not. Okay, so homosexual relationships are not divine work. Okay, lesbian relationships are not divine work. Polyamorous relationships are not divine work. That's a woman that has many men. Polygamous relationships are not divine's work. That is a man that has many women. Okay, that's not divine work. Okay, you might have 5 men, and all those men could be giving you money. So you have money here on earth, but you didn't get it divinely. Confirmation. You didn't get it divinely. Okay. third world country, natural disasters. Okay. Is there a hurricane out in the Atlantic? Let's check and see. Hurricane or tropical storm currently in the Atlantic?
According to National Weather Service, there are currently no active storms in the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, or Gulf of America.
There is an update here on Tropical Storm Melissa. Tropical Storm Melissa. Okay, so the name Melissa, investigators, the name Melissa. We're looking at Paulette, Paula, Pamela. Okay, could be Paul, male. Rhonda. Okay, this name has been coming out generally on a regular basis recently. Rhonda could be too clingy. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and get some karmic energy. Okay, so we have Chinese food on here. This represents fast food. Okay, that energy comes out a lot because this is an investigation channel. Okay, so investigators eat a lot of fast food. You know that. They have poor diets generally. Okay, but you don't have to be. You don't have to fall into that. Okay, you can eat healthy and still be on the go. Okay. Okay, we have a pathological liar here. Okay, investigators, a pathological liar. Collective, a pathological liar. Is or was in your midst. Is or was in your midst. Okay, that is devil energy. That is death energy. Okay, so you see this? All right, so look at all these different shades of the baby. Okay. See the games? Okay. So you could be looking at a situation. We have Mexican cartel out here. So the people involved in the Mexican cartel could be all of these shades. All of these shades, okay? There are Mexicans that are all of these shades. There are Mexicans that are brown. There are Mexicans that are pale skinned. There are Mexicans that are olive skinned. Okay, Mexican cartel. Okay. So we know anyone involved in cartel, we know they lie. I mean, come on. Like, really? We know they lie. Right? No one's going to be like, oh, yeah. Hello, FBI. Hello, CIA. Hello, DEA. Hello, Interpol. Yeah, I got this shipment coming in of 9,000 million grams of cocaine arriving in Miami. You know, of course they're not. Of course they're pathological lies. Of course they are. You expect somebody to be devious and tell the truth? Okay. A microdoser. Okay. Again, so investigators. Okay. Again, we have cigarettes here. Okay. Coffee. Okay. Someone could drink a lot of coffee. I have coffee here. I made it. Then I haven't even drank it. So I'm sure it's cold by now. Right. Cigarettes. Okay. Love, or this deals with someone who's doing witchcraft. You see the card, the whatever, the love, the three hearts right there. Okay. Could be something about three family members. Any other karmic energy? Any other karmic energy, divine source? Any other karmic energy, R.E.A.L? Any other karmic energy? Ascended masters? Any other karmic energy? Rhonda, Emmanuel, Kyrie, any? Okay. All right. So I think that's going to do it for this live reading. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Investigators, thank you so much for being a part of the journey. Thank you so much for your likes. Thank you so much for your shares. And again, I remind you to check the community tab from time to time. If you are a new subscriber, again, I do have another channel that is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. And that channel has some 800 and something videos. If you would like to know more about me, you can visit that channel. That channel has many playlists, and one of the playlists is a journal playlist, okay? And in that playlist, I share 3 different journals, maybe even more, okay? 3 different journals that covers the last 11 years of my journey on this platform or on this planet, okay? So thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Thank you so much, moderators. Until next time, as always, be encouraged.